Hello. This will be an individual. What is the message for today? Change up the format again, because why not? Gotta keep changing it up, see what happens. Keep energy fresh. What's the message for today? The Scorpios. What's this for today? Wow. Okay. Strong start to the north. The reverse. Gemini energy. Should I say any more about this card? Okay. Strange. The reason why I'm laughing about these cards is when I was shuffling, pre-shuffling here, these two popped out to me when I was shuffling. So there is some sort of energy between you and another here that will be coming to light, let's say, in the near future. The Lovers and the Hermit. You both have been thinking about this connection. Interesting Gemini and Scorpio energy here. Scorpio kind of owns the Hermit card. They like to retreat into dark corners, so they feel safe to explore their minds and their emotions, because there's a lot of depth to Scorpios, as we all know, right? We like to keep to ourselves, especially when we're trying to work things out. You know, there's a maze on this person's face, right? So you're just trying to figure out a lot in your head lately. You know, there's a lot to figure out besides just love and relationship. You have a lot going on, right? You're consumed, and when Scorpios are consumed too much or overloaded with information, they retreat into a hermit-like energy to sort it out comfortably without being influenced by other energies, let's say. But there's a Scorpio, Gemini, you know, owns the Lover's card. Air, water. In the south. It kind of goes together in that order, you know, air is in the sky and water is down below. What's going on here? The Queen of Wands. Okay. Queen of Wands. This is your energy right now? Are you just kind of feeling yourself lately? You know, are you in a glow-up period, you know, where you're kind of really coming into your own? The Queen of Wands walks around in this fiery red energy, you know, this is fire energy. This is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If not that, then it's like a very take charge attitude, sexual, you know, red, associated with that red color. And she's got a lot of red, right? This is a very fiery mix we have going on here. Let's see what else here. Nine of Swords, cruelty. Okay, interesting. I don't know why you're getting that. And the Lovers. So these are the cards that I'm going to kind of draw off of going forward here. Has someone been cruel to you? Has someone been spreading lies about you? Has someone been starting rumors? Causing a lot of pain, obviously. This, you know, the Nine of Swords, there's a lot of heartbreak, abandonment, pain, backstabbing, you know. There's a lot of harsh energy here, you know, barbed wire, blood, tears, stress. You're kind of on edge lately. Maybe you've had a cruel past in love, and that's why you're kind of in this hermit-like energy going, you know, right now, where you've seen how cruel people can get, and you're afraid to you know, kind of move forward into a lover's kind of attitude, because in order to do that, you have to let go. You have to just trust. That's really hard to do when you've trusted before and people have used that against you. So what do? You know, this is why you're in this hermit energy. You're trying to figure it out. So you can heal your past with yourself in order to move forward and be in a good, you know, state of mind. You know, like you are starting to transgress, you know, you are getting better with sorting it all out. But healing takes a really long time, if not a lifetime. And it's an ongoing process. You're never going to be perfect. But in order to get here, you know, there has to be like a state of play involved, you know, with the lovers. They're really like in that playful energy together. You know, it's kind of like two school kids, you know, that have crushes on each other. You know, it's giddy, playful, it's fun, it's funny, it's lighthearted, and it's just easy because it's obvious that the two people are into each other. You know, there's no guessing games. So in order to get there, you have to kind of lighten up, you know, and clear out your past here, clear out all your heartbreak, you know, put it to bed so you can get into bed with something else that's more fun. Huh? You've been thinking about this and ruminating and doing your work, which is great because you are obviously glowing up. You're starting to come into your own again, Scorpio. Well, even though this is not a Scorpio card, you know, Scorpios are very intense, like this red is, you know, attractive. So you're getting your groove back in that sense. Let's continue here. What's going on with these lovers? What's going on with the lovers? Princess of Swords coming out here. Okay. I think you're just afraid. Your head is getting in the way here with new love, because you're so scared of the past that now you're kind of like, yeah, okay, sure, yeah, let me trust blindly again. Let's see what happens this time. You know, it's kind of very scary for you because you know how it could be, you know, in bad situations, let's say. You're trying to work on it, and you are. It's a constant process with the hermit. You might have to go hermit, like, let's say, more than once, you know, to really, you know, some people go on meditation hikes where they go off to the woods for a week, a month, a year, whatever they want, into the woods without any communication with anyone else, so they can really have the time to spend clearing their head, finding their own intuition, their own thoughts, their own creativity, their own dreams. When you're muffled in with too much energy and people are constantly telling you what you want or telling you what you should dream about, and, you know, not giving you the space for your soul to be exactly who your soul is, it's stifling, and you need to give yourself space somehow. So whether it's physical space, to sort out these thoughts that you're still kind of arguing with in your head. Let's say give yourself some mental space and or physical space in order to get your thoughts kind of like more ordered. What's going on with this hermit? The King of Cups? The Knight of Cups, excuse me. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups coming out with the Hermit. So we have the Lovers and the Princess of Swords and the Hermit with the Knight of Cups. So yeah, you're both kind of been really in your head about love. That's obviously a given, no matter what the situation. You've been in your head a lot about past loves. You definitely have learned a few lessons, with, as the Knight, kind of energy, like whether you're male or female, it's more about, kind of getting to the next level of how you think about things and what you accept, what you're going to accept going forward. You have to learn from your mistakes, in past relationships. You have to take a lesson somewhere, even if you didn't intentionally do anything, there's still lessons to be learned. How did you attract this person to you initially? What did you accept that were red flags, that you knew that were red flags, and you just didn't want them to be like that, right? Stuff like that. So you're really kind of like in your head about what you're going to do going forward, kind of like love goals. I'm seeing, this man is looking forward with a lot of ideas coming out, right? But they're positive, and it's love on the brain. It's all about love and relationship and true, relations, spiritual relations. What else to say? Devotion to a loved person, ability to give, to reach higher emotional levels, a family of one's choice. These are all things that he's thinking of, and what you've been thinking of. As you've been growing up, you're really kind of held back. Maybe you haven't been in a relationship for a little bit or a lot of it. You've given yourself some space, or you are just kind of really kind of just in your head, not making actions happen. You're just really sorting out what you want going forward. What's your next goal with the next relationship if you're single? Or if you're in a relationship, what's the next goal with how you're going to connect with your person? Queen of Wands? What's going on with the Queen of Wands? The Two of Swords. Whatever strife you've had in your past with relationship, it's very important for you going forward that you are on the same mental level with somebody. You need to mentally and emotionally connect with them, and it's super important. Peace, this is what this queen wants. She wants peace, so she can relax and be, her sexy self. She doesn't want to be fighting with these Two of Swords, right? Two of Swords can mean indecision sometimes. Like, do I go one way or the other? You might be struggling with a decision on what to do next, or who to be with next. There's been some sort of discord in your mind that you're trying to figure out. What do you really want? Not what does your ego want. Not what does your mom want. What your family wants. What the world wants for you. What your friends want for you. What do you want? And that gives you peace when you come to a decision on that. You don't take up so much energy sorting through and fighting yourself on what you think because you're trying to appease other people. You should just be appeasing yourself. What is your soul telling you to do? What is your intuition telling you? What is your gut feeling on this? And you want that with someone else. You want to be able to share that with someone else. I think that's kind of this whole Knight of Cups hermit energy feeling. It's like in the Lovers and, the Princess of Swords in her head, like too much about what to do next with love. It's kind of like you just want a match that is mental as well as spiritual and emotional and physical. But there's definitely a need for mental connection. And what does that really mean? You don't have to be exactly the same person. You don't have to have even the same dreams. But you have to kind of have the same kind of outlook on how you view the world and what you think you can achieve in this world. And that has to match so you can be a team together. Because if you don't work together, then who are you going to work with? Like if you can't work with your significant other, you're going to call someone your significant other and they're not significant to you. You know, you have to cherish their thoughts as well, because you're gonna have to rely on this person sometimes, and they're gonna have to rely on you. So you have to be sure that there's some peace, you know, in both of your minds together, where you can kind of just connect and know that this is good because you're on the same page. You can understand each other, and if you don't understand each other, you have the communication skills to figure out what is going on with one another. You know, if you can't expect to know what your person wants, you can know them very well, but you'll never know exactly what they're thinking, and you'll never know what they want without them telling you. You can't assume. Sometimes you can assume and surprise with little gifts, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about really important emotions or feelings or thoughts. You have to ask the person what they want, and, you know, vice versa. So if there's an argument happening between two people, you have to learn how to make peace with one another. You have to communicate and be like, all right, tell me what you're thinking here, and then, you know, give me the floor after you feel like you're done, you know, and I'll see if I understand what you said, and we'll clarify it, and we'll make sure that we both feel somewhat better after this conversation. If you're in a conversation with someone and they just make it worse, or they don't acknowledge anything that you say, that's not communicating, you know, that's gaslighting, that's denial. There's a lot of things that, you know, manipulation. You have to be able to kind of duke it out, and it doesn't have to take long. You know, the faster that you come to a resolution with your partner over a stupid argument, the healthier you are. I just had I don't know why this is coming to my head, but whatever. I just had a flash of being on a date at Disneyland, okay? But as an adult, and you get into an argument over something stupid, like trying to find food or whatever the case is, you know, there's a miscommunication. Instead of just hating each other for the rest of the day, you know, and not enjoying where you are, you kind of just communicate, you get down to the issue, you solve it together, and then you move on. 5 minutes tops, you know, and you don't hold grudges. You just you're trying to solve a problem together instead of against each other, yeah? That's what I'm kind of feeling like. That's what you want going forward. That's what you're looking for. You know, this Knight of Cups energy is kind of like, all right, how am I going to come forward with something like this? This is, you know, a piece of the puzzle that hasn't really been found. You know, he's found pretty women, but not family love. Eight of Pentacles. Not peace of mind. You can find pretty girls anywhere, but can you find a partner? So going from the Nine of Swords to the Eight of Pentacles here, that's a huge change in reality. You went from heartbreak to family, ties, prudence, creativity, creating roots, real roots with somebody, expansion. This is a time of love and life, you know. There's multiple people here under a huge tree, and these flourishing symbols in my cards symbolize family to me. If you're not going to become pregnant and that's not in your plans, then it's just maybe combining forces with a family, or just creating some sort of soul tribe. If it's not kids, you know, it could be a husband, it could be friends, it could be just people that you spend a lot of time with. There's some sort of solidity of that. You'll have some roots going forward, which will be really exciting for you. Let's pull an oracle, see what happens. So a gentle touch, like the softness of a feather brushing your skin. Be sweet and kind to yourself and others. A gentle touch. So I think, you know, you've gone through a lot, but you're going to come out the other side really well here. You've gone through a lot of issues lately with this Nine of Swords. There's been a lot of pain. I think of like Nine of Swords in your back. It's not fun. It would be very painful, and on top of that, it's emotionally painful because of who did it to you. Yeah, it's like your friend like putting 9 swords in your body. It's painful on a lot of levels, right? It's kind of like, how could you do this to me? But it also hurts physically. You know, that's what I'm getting in this card. So I'm sorry if you've gone through something that's really difficult and hard. But it comes out where you're going to find a different tribe. You're going to find your prudence. You're going to find your roots, your soul family. Eventually you will, because you got over this. So just be kind to yourself, because you've gone a really long way. Wounded warrior kind of feeling, where it's just like, be gentle with yourself. It's getting better, and now you just have to give yourself a break. You did the best you could. These cards also came out. Spirit is singing sweet words of wisdom. Be still and listen. So with this Queen of Wands energy here, you want this kind of peace of mind. You want you want to be good with yourself in your thoughts. You know, you don't want to feel confused or anxious. You want to feel at peace with yourself and also with other people. And look at this 2 and 8 kind of going hand in hand together, this peace and prudence. And the Lovers together, you know, I'm getting a real good energy here of coming together with someone that really gets you, and you really get them. And there's a huge connection, obviously, which results in a Lovers kind of atmosphere. Let's say it's going to be really nice. So be still and listen. Be still and listen to your intuition, because it doesn't steer you wrong. Really find a place where you can be still. If it can't be in your apartment or your home or wherever you are, find a place where you can be still and at peace, so you can sort through your ideas and your thoughts about what you really want, what you're dreaming of next, what's going to come to you. And when you feel those feelings, whether through dreams or daydreaming or just intuition, meditation, you'll really know which way to go next and who to do it with. You are being wrapped in loving wings of comfort and protection, mother's love. You are protected at this time, so don't worry about anything that is happening or that has happened. You're protected by the divine spirit and other entities that you might not even know are there for you. If you wrap yourself in loving energy, love is indestructible. Love cannot be defeated, not even by the devil. So keep your love for yourself strong. This time you've gone through a lot, you've survived a lot, and you're coming out the other side and you're going to find what you're looking for. You are. There's going to be a flourishing of feeling, a flourishing of your life. So be gentle with yourself as you heal. There's other people looking out for you as well, as you kind of come out of your hermit energy into this loving Queen of Wands energy. It's going to be really nice, because you're going to know exactly what you want, exactly where you're going, and exactly what you accept and not accept with people. You know, when you learn to really trust your intuition, you can just look at a human being without even speaking with them and know if you want to go forward or not. You can just feel their energy before you even speak with them. And your intuition and yourself, that is the most intimate relationship you can have. You know, then it goes into someone else, you know, with that lover's kind of intimacy. But if you want to be intimate, learn your intuition. Because if you harness that the correct way, it's extremely powerful. You can't lie to intuition. Intuition knows. And even if a person doesn't even open their mouth, you can feel something. You know, you can feel like, oh yes, this is someone I can trust. I don't know why. Everything about them is kooky, but I can trust them. Or everything about them looks fine on paper, but I don't trust them. I just don't trust them. I just get a weird feeling from them. My gut tightens up when I'm around them. I can see them growling through their smile or whatever it is. You know, learn to trust your intuition. You'll be super duper strong, and you'll know who to go forward with love. That will bring you this peace and family that you've been always wanting. And also the Lovers.